In the last section, we spoke about the every and some helpers. So remember that these helpers are a good bit different than the other ones we've spoken to because they kind of smush all the values in an array down to a single value, either a true or false value. So in this section, let's work through another example with the every helper. I'm going to make an array of names, and we're going to say this is just really an array of strings. So maybe I've got Alex, Andrea, a name of Matthew, and a name of Joe. So we're going to keep this example still a little bit on the more basic side. We will talk about very practical uses of every and some in the next section, but for this one I want to make sure again that the syntax is just crystal clear with what we're doing here. So this time around I want to write a helper using every or some, and I just want to find all of the names in this array with a length of greater than 4, so at least 4 characters. So we can use the every and some helper to do this fantastically. So we can look at names.every, pass in our iterator function, which will receive a single name, excuse me. And then inside of here we'll say, does name.length, is this greater than 4? So does every name have a length greater than 4? And so we can very clearly see, no, not everyone has greater than 4. Joe only has 3 characters. And so we get what I would expect to see, which is a value of false. Now we can ask ourselves, does at least one of these names have a length greater than 4? And so we can put down the same logic here. Looks like, not same, but some. And I've still got an unexpected token. I missed my paren there. There we go. So do at least some of my names have a length greater than 4? In that case, yes. I have at least some names on here that are greater than 4. Okay, so like I said, just wanted a little bit more clear syntax on here and a more compact example. I know the last 2 sections we went a little bit long on talking about the idiosyncrasies of that for loop. So let's continue now in the next section and talk about exactly where we would expect to make use of the every and some helpers.